Revolution of the Daleks. Oh my god. There is a lot to unpack, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into Who Review. G'day Whovians and welcome back to Who Review, finally. It has been a few months since our last episode of Doctor Who, but finally we're back. We've got some new Doctor Who. There is a lot to unpack about this episode, so basically with my review, I'm setting it up and talking about bits and pieces in different segments. Don't worry, you'll know exactly what I mean in just a second. But to kick off the review, all I'm going to say is, I really enjoyed this episode. Now first up, I loved the cameos from other monsters in the prison. We had the Weeping Angels, the Ood, the Pating, even the Silence. I just thought that was an awesome little touch to connect past episodes with this story. I also really loved that the Doctor read Harry Potter to herself. I loved the prison break scene. I thought it was action-packed, I thought it was awesome, but I thought that it was way too soon for that to happen in the episode. Whilst I loved this scene, I honestly kind of wish they left the Doctor in the prison for a little bit longer. She was barely in the prison, like just for the start of the episode. So my question is, why? We didn't really find out why the Doctor was in the prison, so maybe that's going to be carried into series 13. But why put her in the prison in the first place if in the start of the episode you're just going to take her out? Was it just for like a kind of cliffhanger, oh my god moment, or what? Jack. This was the highlight of the episode for me. Who doesn't love Captain Jack Harkness? Like, he was amazing in this story. And it was so good having him back. Like this, I can't even explain. I just loved it. The Doctor and Jack, it honestly felt like the good old days. And I honestly commend Chibnall for that. He managed to bring back that magic where like I said, it felt like the good old days, just the Doctor and Jack. Chris Chibnall managed to keep that cheeky friendship between the Doctor and Jack, and I loved that. I loved that little moment where Jack popped out of the TARDIS and said, "Hey, Silver Fox," to Graham, and Graham kind of awkwardly just said hello. I thought that was hilarious and just a great little touch. And to John Barrowman, he brought Jack back with that gorgeous face and that gorgeous personality, and I commend him for that. And it felt like Jack hadn't changed at all. We had the Jack back that everyone loves, and that's such a good thing. Now, a lot of people weren't happy with the look of the Daleks. Personally, I loved it. I thought they looked awesome. The black design with the blue lighting I thought worked really well and made them look really cool. And as much as I loved these new Daleks, I'm glad we still had the golden Daleks too. Nothing beats the gold Daleks. But the new design I personally think is getting way too much hate. I think they look really wicked. The Daleks are back, they are awesome, and I just love this episode so much. Now, Yaz. If you have watched my Who review before, you will know that I've had a lot of problems with Yaz and Ryan. And in this story, I still had a lot of problems with Yaz and Ryan. The writers are obviously pushing for the Doctor and Yaz to get together, which... why? I'm not homophobic, I have nothing wrong with a lesbian relationship in Doctor Who. We've had Madame Vastra and Jenny, so I don't really care. But don't put Yaz with the Doctor. Give her a romantic partner in series 13. It's not needed, and honestly, if I had my way, I wouldn't put romance in Doctor Who at all. It's just not needed. But in this story, I honestly found Yaz to be rather annoying and obnoxious. It seemed like she was just trying to make it all about her, and I just didn't like that. But I will admit, I did love Yaz and Jack's little friendship. I thought they played off each other really, really well. Graham and Ryan's departure. Honestly, it was really sad. I love Graham as a companion, so I was really heartbroken to see him go. Ryan, not so much. I do like that the Doctor had her own little moment with each member of the fam throughout this episode. I thought that was a great little touch, especially Graham and Ryan, because it is their final story. But as usual, Tosin Cole just gave a very wooden performance. He gave a wooden performance in Series 11 and Series 12, and this episode was no different. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but he's just not a good actor. And to be honest, I really wasn't expecting Graham and Ryan to just stop travelling with the Doctor. I honestly thought that one of them would die. But I'm not complaining because it's a nice touch. We normally never have companions just stop travelling. They normally have to die or something like that. But at the very end when they both saw Grace, I didn't like that. That was just a bit cliche. In my opinion, this story had a really great mix of comedy, action and drama. The story itself though was not long enough. So that made the story seem a little bit rushed in some places. Which is sad because it was a really great story and it needed to be longer, much longer. The actress that played the Prime Minister, no idea who she is, she played Mrs. Churchill in The Crown, I know that. She was fantastic. Sadly she was exterminated and I was a bit disappointed by that because I would have loved to have seen her come back in Series 13 or in the future of Doctor Who because I really enjoyed her character. Like Resolution, Chris Chibnall did such a great job at writing for the Daleks. I said it about Resolution and I'm going to say it again, he writes the Daleks better than Stephen Moffat did. Chibnall continued to keep that terrifying factor that he brought to the Daleks in Resolution. I absolutely love the Daleks and I love a good Dalek story, and I think Chris Chibnall really nailed this episode. He did such a brilliant job. Daleks versus Daleks, I quite liked that idea, I liked that concept. I thought that worked really well and it was a cool scene, the Daleks battling each other on the bridge. The American character, Jack Robertson, I think that was his name, was annoying. He was just as annoying in this episode as he was in Arachnids in the UK. I was kind of hoping that he would be exterminated, but unfortunately he wasn't. The Daleks surrounding the TARDIS in the sky was so bloody awesome. I don't know why I like this scene so much. It just looked really, really cool. The climax of the story was epic. I thought the ending was really great. Jack blowing up the Dalek ship was very Torchwood. And we even got a mention of Gwen Cooper, so hopefully that means a Torchwood reboot is on the way. We didn't really get a proper send-off for Jack, which hopefully that means he'll be back either in Series 13 or sometime in the future. I kind of like that we didn't have to say goodbye to Jack though, because it does mean that he has the potential to return very soon. And I would love to see him return. Jack and 13's chemistry was just amazing. Overall, this story for me was fantastic. It seemed very rushed in some spots, but the majority of the episode I really, really enjoyed. And let me say now, for me, this episode was definitely worth the wait. And it was definitely worth me getting up at 3 AM to watch it. I didn't actually wake up at 3 AM to watch it. I couldn't sleep, I was too excited. But Revolution of the Daleks, I'm giving this episode an 8 out of 10. Awesome job, Chris Chibnall. I think you did a fantastic job with this story and I can't wait for Series 13. But what did you think of Revolution of the Daleks? Let me know in the comments down below.
Hello, this is Sylvester McCoy here, Doctor Who number 7. I want to say, Whovians, don't forget to subscribe to Whovian Comely. There's a new video every week. And you don't have to be comely to watch it. You can be uncomely too. Bye.
Thanks for watching this week's brand new video, Whovians. If you haven't already, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below. And like the Doctor just said, subscribe. There's a brand new video every single Friday. And if you haven't already, follow me on social media for some behind the scenes photos and videos, and of course more Doctor Who content. I'm Liam and I'll see you guys next week. Bye everyone.